Hey, welcome to Dumplings and Dead right here on Live from Out There. My name is Ross James, and today I'm going to be cooking up some dumplings and playing some Dead tunes for you. It's kind of like a dream come true for me to have a cooking show, so this is pretty fun. And I'm going to be cooking one of my favorite things, which are pot stickers. Dumplings of all kinds are really like one of my favorite foods. And you kind of always think of it as a takeout thing. At least I did, at least, and it's really fun to make at home, especially if you got kids around. It's a cool thing, cool project to do with them. See how it comes together. Today we're going to be making pork pot stickers, and so I have a pound of ground pork here. You could use ground beef, you could use ground chicken, you could use mushrooms, veggies, really anything you have around the house. But like any good Jewish boy, I'm going to use ground pork today. And it's just a few ingredients that go into this filling, and we're going to start with the filling. And just chop up some garlic here. Like I said, it's kind of a dream come true to do this, and what makes it even cooler is that the proceeds are going to a couple of awesome organizations out there. One of them is the Sweet Relief Music Fund, which is helping out musicians and crew and all kinds of stuff during this time they're in need. So that's a great cause. And then I've also partnered up with the Independent Restaurant Coalition, which is helping raise money and raise awareness for lack of representation in Washington. I know that I'm just slicing up some ginger here. Their industry, it's funny, man. You know, I always think of music and food as being pretty closely related in a lot of ways. And right now, both industries are being hit pretty hard by this. So I'm doing what I can to help both industries out. So if you're interested in helping out the IRC, make sure to check out the link right here and go ahead and sign their letter and do what you can to help them. So we got some garlic, we got some ginger, we got some scallions here. I usually like to use chives, but you know it's the end of the world right now and you can't get anything you want. And these chives had seen better days. So I'm only using the part that was still a little crisp. But you can use anything. You could use shallot, you could use onion, you could use leeks, whatever you got around the house, whatever you can get at the supermarket these days. So I don't really measure anything when I cook. It's all improv, kind of like the music that I play. But we've got a pound of pork here. I'm going to take some of this garlic. I'm going to leave a little bit out because I got a little too much here, it looks like. Some of this ginger. I'm going to save some of this ginger because we're going to make a dipping sauce for these guys in a little bit. Now, the green onion. And we're just mixing this in. We're making Chinese meatloaf, Japanese meatloaf, essentially. Soy sauce, shoyu, tamari, coconut aminos, whatever you have around the house. You know, I don't know, I just kind of eyeball it. This stuff is the best, toasted sesame oil. It's not the same as just straight up sesame oil. It's got a real like smoky, roasty flavor. Super good. A few drops of that in there. Black sesame seeds. You could use regular sesame seeds. This is what we've got around the house right now. A liberal amount of those. And you know, the next thing I do, I mix it, you know, get it all together, incorporated. You don't want to overmix it, it'll get tough. But then my mom, whenever she would make meatballs growing up as a kid, she'd always put a little water in there. You know, and I've seen that done in other recipes and for other stuff, but I don't really know the science behind it or any of that. But I do it to my pot stickers, and just a tiny bit of water. And you know, that's kind of an eyeball thing, and it just kind of brings it all together. Keeps everything nice and moist when you're cooking it, so stuff doesn't dry out. And it already smells like heaven. It smells like dumplings in here right now. So that's that. That's our filling. We're just going to cover that with some plastic wrap, put it in the fridge, and let it chill until we're ready to use it. All right, let's make these wrappers. Super easy. It's basically just 4 parts flour to 1 part water. 2 cups of flour here to make us about 40 or so of these wrappers. And you got to sift this flour. super important. So, just, give it one of those bangs like, you see all those people do on TV. And this is just going to make it super fine and give us the texture we want with the final dough. So I got 2 cups of flour there. Now we need half a cup of water, and it's got to be water that was just boiling. So I'm going to take this here, pour it in here until we get about a half a cup. That looks pretty good. Then, into that hot water, half a teaspoon of kosher salt. Okay? We're going to go ahead and whisk that in there. We want it to totally dissolve if we can. That's why that water is going to be hot. We want the hot water for this process anyway. So, we've got it there. I'm going to keep this kettle handy just in case I need to add a little bit more water if the dough is not coming together. Up here at altitude in Denver, you got to kind of play it by ear. So, I'm going to add this in here to our sifted flour. Take a spatula, just give it a stir. Try to incorporate everything together. Eventually we're going to dig in here with our hands and, get dirty with it, but we'll get it started here until that water cools off. And it looks like it's pretty dry to me right now, so we'll see how it goes, but I'm going to jump in here with my hands. Just sort of trying to make a ball out of this right here. Okay? It's coming together, but I think we need a little bit more water. I kind of eyeball it here, but you can add it kind of a tablespoon at a time if you want. So, for the sake of TV, let's measure. Do a little bit more than a tablespoon. See what happens here. It's a little shaggy. That's all right. It will come together eventually. You got to just keep working it. And we're getting there. Okay, I'm going to add 1 more tablespoon of water, and I think we're good to go for this next process, which is definitely a workout, so a little more. You don't need to be going to the gym today if you're, not that you can go to the gym anyway, but you don't need to be doing your workout if you're going to be making dumpling wrappers, because you're definitely going to get your muscles going here, because we got to knead this for 10 minutes. So I'm going to dump it out here on the board. You'll see it. It's a little shaggy still, but that's all right. See, as we start to pull it together, we're kind of getting our ball here. So, move this stuff. And we're just going to kind of keep on working it until it really starts coming together here. Now you can skip this process if you want to buy, egg roll wrappers or wonton wrappers in the store, if you can find them, which, you can't really find anything right now, and this is kind of fun. So I'd go ahead and just give it a shot, try to make your own wonton wrappers. So I'm going to knead this for 10 minutes here. All right, it's been about 10 minutes. You can see the dough has sort of changed texture. It's real strong, and it's almost a ball. You find out these sort of like layers and stuff. I'm a perfectionist. I want it to always be perfect, But maybe it's my kneading technique. Maybe it's the fact that I'm not a chef. Who knows? But if yours turns out looking like this, you're going to be just fine. So we got it right here. If you got one of them fancy board scrapers, you can use that to cut it. Or you can just use a knife, cut it right in half. Now we're going to roll these out kind of into a log of sorts. And we want the diameter to be about 1.5 inches, a little less than 2 inches. I don't know. Let's see here. And if it starts to split on you like that, don't worry about it. It's all going to come together. I promise. So we want to get these, that's about right. That'll be fine. It's a little bigger than 1.5 inches in diameter, I think, but it's cool. And then when that's done, we're going to grab some plastic wrap. Just wrap it up like that. And then wrap it up kind of tight within the plastic wrap, okay? So we'll do it again. We got that one. Oh man, tired from all that kneading. I'll wear you out. You should get yourself a cutting board that doesn't rock like that. Although you can kind of make music, you know. Work on your rhythm, on your paradiddles here in the kitchen. All right, we'll call that good. I'm gonna throw it onto this plastic wrap. Bring it back over here to show you. Hold it in on that. Roll it up nice and tight. Perfection does not matter here. These are going to go in the fridge and chill out for 30 minutes, which is good because I am exhausted, man. I could use a break.
Hey Ross, what's up, buddy? Wylie here. Sorry, I had to pull over. I was driving and I'm sitting here in my car. And if you could play Scarlet Begonias, that'd be awesome, man. That is and has almost always been my favorite Dead song because, as you know, sometimes you get shown the light in the strangest of places if you look at it right. All right, thanks, man.
As I was walking around Governor Square, not a chill to the wind, but a nip to the air. From the other direction, she was calling mine. It could be an illusion, but I might as well try, might as well try. On her shoes, and I could tell with that eyes that she was into the blues. She wore scarlet begonias tucked into her curls. I knew right away she was not like other girls, other girls. Playing tea for two, and the sky was yellow and the sun was blue. Strangers stopping strangers just to shake their hands. Everybody's playing in the heart of gold band, heart of gold band.
Andrew Zimmern here. God, I love the idea of Dumplings and Dead. This is fantastic. Were I only there to both be eating the dumplings and listening to the Dead. So the best thing I got is cooking something here. I'm going to go with sort of a rollicking, up-tempo version of Cassidy, maybe Fox Theater Atlanta 77, perhaps. Maybe one of the more up-tempo versions from the early 80s. I think a rollicking Cassidy would be the perfect thing to accompany Dumplings. You know what I'm saying? Blow the horn and tap the tambourine, my friend.
I've seen where the wolf has slept by the silver stream, and I can tell by the mark he left you were in his dream. Oh, child, countless trees. Oh, child, boundless seas. What you are and what you're meant to be. Speaks his name, for you were born to me, Cassidy. Lost now on the country mile in that Cadillac. I can tell by the way you smile that he's coming back. So come and wash the nighttime clean. Come and grow the scorched ground green. Blow the horn, tap the tambourine. Close the gap of the dark years in between you and me, Cassidy. Quick beats in an icy heart. Catch cold draws a coffin cart. There it go now, and here she starts to cry. Flight of the seabirds, scattered like lost words. Wheel to the storm and fly. Fare thee well now, let your life proceed by its own design. Ain't nothing to tell now, let your words be yours, I'm done with mine. Fare thee well now, let your life proceed by its own design. Ain't nothing to tell now, let your words be yours, I'm done with mine, done with mine.
Ross, Matty here. Hi, buddy. Hi, everyone. If you could play, I want to hear you play Wharf Rat, because Wharf Rat is one of my favorite songs. It's kind of the song that actually kind of got me into the Dead, kind of fully. It's kind of out there. It's a little bit different. It could even be like a Floyd song or something, but it was just like one of those songs. It was like, I don't know, almost like shoegazy or something, or I don't know. It's like that and like Morning Dew. But if you play, I like those songs, and I really like. I don't know. Wharf Rat is just like that song. That was the song that just clicked with me and made me want to, get on the old strange trap. But yeah, Ross. Hey, buddy. I just want you to play me Wharf Rat, okay?
Down by the docks of the city, blind and dirty. He asked me for a dime for a cup of coffee. Well, I got no dime, got some time to hear his story. Well, my name is August West, and I love my Pearly Baker best more than my wine. More than my wine. My maker, though he's no friend of mine. When everyone said that I'd come to no good, I knew I would Pearly believe them. Of my life, well, I spent doing time for some other fucker's crime, and the other half found me stumbling round drunk on burgundy wine. I'll get back on my feet someday. And the good Lord willing, says I may, I know that the life that I'm living is no good. Get a new start. said to him, I said to him, I'm sure she's been. Well, I said to him, I'm sure she's been true to you. I got up and wondered, I wandered downtown, nowhere to go but just hang around. I got a girl named Bonnie Lee. I know that girl's been true to me. Well, I know that girl, she's been true to me.
Hey, Ross, would you make some pot stickers? Those are my favorite. Thanks, man.
Hey Ross, how about some vegan pot stickers?
Oof. It's a weird dream. Okay, so we're back here. Our dumpling wrapper dough has been chilling for 30 minutes. It's ready to cut up. I got one other plastic wrap, and all we're going to do is we're going to sort of cut it into discs here. So like maybe 3/8 of an inch or so. And we're just going to go down. The sharper the knife, the better for this. It doesn't have to be perfect at all because you're going to end up with a little bit extra for each one, probably, if you're doing this right. And then what we're going to do at the end is we're going to take our scraps, and we're going to use our scraps to make more. So that's ballpark-ish. We've got our discs. I'm going to go ahead and put them out on this tray here. And the trick here, I'm going to put this other one back in the fridge, I think, for now. The trick here is you want to keep the dough you're not working with, you want to keep it under a wet paper towel or a dish rag or whatever you got. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one disc at a time. And you want to have some cornstarch lying around here. This cornstarch is going to keep these things from sticking to each other as we're making them. So the steps to making it, you take our disc and you kind of want to use the palm of your hand and flatten them out and make a circle. That's the first step. As close to a circle as you can. It doesn't need to be perfect. And this dough wants to bounce back because we worked it so much. So you get, oblong sort of circle shape here. Then you're going to take a rolling pin. You want to dust it with a little corn flour and get it all over your board. Pop this bad boy here. And you want to roll them out pretty thin. Get them, they don't need to be a perfect circle because we're going to cut a perfect circle out of them. But we want them to be pretty thin. That feels good to me. And then what you can do, if you got a cookie cutter, great. If you don't, you can use just a regular mason jar. And you pop it down right there, give it a twist, and there you go. You got yourself a homemade dumpling wrapper. Now they should be pretty thin, not that you're going to be able to tell by that, but maybe like 2 or 3 sheets of paper thin. And then you want to just make sure that it's got a pretty good coating of cornstarch, and then slap it down on the table, on your plate there. Throw your scraps back into this heap. And we just have to do this about 40 more times. All right, now that's a lot of work, but it's done. I got about, 40 or so dumpling wrappers here. And, they're not all going to be exactly the same. I mean, you can try your best, but it doesn't have to be perfect. And then we've got our pork that's been in the fridge. We've got a little bit of water here. This is how we're going to seal these guys. And a spoon to do it. You want to have everything kind of ready to go when you're going to do this. And I got a cookie sheet right here. Again, we're going to keep these guys under a wet paper towel. And we're going to kind of do the same thing with these guys as we're going. So I'm going to just get that wet and get it ready. because this is hopefully going to move kind of fast, as you'll see. And then it's finally time to cook them. So, what you do, you grab one of these guys, okay? You take a spoonful, and as much as you want to load them up because it tastes so good, you really don't need that much in there. Like that's probably even a little too much, a little more than enough right there. So then you take 2 fingers, dip it in the water, go all the way around, sort of form a glue on these guys, just like that. Then I fold them in half, make a little half moon, sort of start to seal it, and then you go back and you kind of leapfrog over. I don't make them as pretty as you're going to find them in a restaurant, but they make fancy little dumpling maker machines that you can get on the internet. But the general idea is you end up with something like that. It looks all right. So you do this 40 times, and then we're ready to cook them. They cook a lot faster than it takes to get to this point. I promise, I swear. And one cool thing, one little extra side note, you're probably going to have a little more filling left over than you're going to need. What I like to do with that is just throw it in the fridge, and then the next day fry it up with some carrots and onion and some rice, and you've got some really, really killer fried rice. So that's a good way to do it. Here's another one. I'll show you just, it's not exactly the same. A little pork on the outside is fine. It's all going to cook. It's all going in the same place. These guys cook super fast, too. So I'm going to show you a close-up of how we do this, and then we'll cook them up. Just get that water all the way around. Make a little half moon. Kind of get them so they're sealing. You'll feel that they kind of stick. And then just to make sure they don't pop open, you go to the sides, bend it over each other, keep doing it. And there you have it. So, before we cook these guys, we want to make a little dipping sauce because that's one of the best parts of pot stickers. Like I said, I like to use chives, and my green onions were starting to get a little floppy, fadey because the produce right now is a little so-so. So I'm just going to be able to use this little bit of my scallion here. And, you just want to kind of slice it thin. All right, that's good. Get it in there. And I have a little bit of that ginger that I've reserved from the beginning. I've got that in there. So right now we've got ginger, we've got scallion. We're going to take a little bit of rice vinegar, just a splash. We're going to take some more shoyu, soy sauce, tamari, whatever you got. That's really what it's all about there. And then I like a couple drops of sesame oil in there too, just 1 or 2. You could put some sesame seeds in here. You could put some sriracha in there. You could put some Chinese mustard, hot sauce, whatever you want to do. But make that before you start cooking them. It's all just going to melt together and get really good. And all right, let's cook these guys. All right, so our pan is nice and warm. We got some just regular vegetable oil here. Use canola oil. You could use anything kind of that you got around the house. And you want to just sort of, for this first batch, you don't really have to oil it between batches, but you get a little bit to coat the pan. And I like a few drops of that toasted sesame oil that we used earlier in the filling. Just a couple drops. Kind of mix it around a little bit. Then we're gonna go here. Start popping these guys in. Kind of do that to move around the oil a little bit. Now, these are like pancakes or waffles or whatever, The first batch is good, and they just get better as you go. So you don't want to overcrowd the pan. You don't want the pan too hot. You hear it like a light sizzle kind of going on right now. So that's 6. I got 40 dumplings total, so I'm going to do 5 batches of 8, I think, will be my plan. So there we go. We got these in here. We're going to let these cook. You don't flip them. We're going to just let them cook right here for a couple minutes or so, and then we're going to splash a tiny bit of water in there, and cover them, and they'll steam. There's not that much meat in there, so they really don't take that long to cook. So they'll be done cooking in a couple minutes, and then we'll steam them until they're finished. All right, so it's been a couple of minutes. These guys have been cooking. I've got a glass of water right here, just plain old water. I'm gonna pour a little bit in now. You want to have a pretty good fitting lid. This pan's a little bit bigger than this lid, but you make do with what you got. You just don't want them to be like touching the dumplings when we close it. So the idea is we're gonna get some water in this pan, close it, and steam them for a couple minutes. Be careful, it'll pop up a little bit there. Just let them do their thing, and they'll be ready real soon. All right, I think this first batch is done. Let's see how we did. Pull that guy off. Put it back there. I like to use, ooh, those look good. I like to use chopsticks for this. Serve them with the pretty side down, or pretty side facing up, kind of like that. Sauce in the middle. And you're no doubt so hungry by the time you're done with these that you pretty much just want to pop them right in your mouth. But they will be a little warm. So give it a second, cool down. But man, there you have it. My fried pot stickers. I'm not going to wait that much longer. I'm going to go ahead and eat one. At the risk of burning my mouth, dip it in that sauce, give it a bite. Megan and I got these chopsticks in Vancouver for my birthday, so every time we eat dumplings, think about that trip. Memories between food and music, man, they really do it. So here we go. Oh. So good. So worth all the work. I hope you enjoyed Dumplings and Dead with me, Ross James. Thank you to Live from Out There for giving me the chance to put on this freak show. And I hope everybody stays safe out there and keep eating and keep listening to tunes, man. See you later.